I have an idea.
Okay.
Can I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why don't we play, let's play millionaire game. Who wants to be a millionaire? Please, 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 please.
We need a volunteer.
Okay. Who wants to be a volunteer? Let's see, let's see. Come on, I want more excitement than this. I need to see who wants to be a volunteer. How about you? Come on down. What's your name? Caitlin, come on down. Where are you from? Mount Horeb? Have you ever played before? Okay. I got a volunteer.
So coming up here, what's your name?
Caitlin.
Caitlin. Caitlin, come up here. Stand on the red X, please. Oh, okay, we can stand there anyway. All right, hang on a second, though. Andy, get that way, please. I don't have $1 million.
What?
I don't have $1 million.
Well, the name of the game is Let's Play Millionaire.
I don't have $1 million.
Well,
Budget cuts at the university, you know that. Tuition.
Is that why I'm not getting paid
hasn't
anymore?
covered it. I got a better idea.
What?
Let's play Who Wants to Be a Traffic Signal?
Woo!
All right, let's play. Let's play. All right. So we're going to need some help from the audience, right? We're going to need some help from the audience. So, Ruth, if we can help Andy bring this stuff over. Ruth, if you hit this, cut the music, please. You don't need that right now.
Okay.
So, in a traffic signal, how many different lights can we have?
3.
3? 5, right? We can have 5. And is it important on what order they're in? It is, right? Because that helps us communicate. So Andy, if you can come give me a hand here.
Okay.
So the first one we need to talk about is the yellow. And we call these indications. Okay? Well, where does the yellow normally go? So here's my traffic signal. All right, Caitlin's my traffic signal. Where does the yellow go? Kind of in the middle. All right? Put that in the middle. How about the green? Up here? Down here? A little wet. All right, put that down there. How about a red arrow? Where does it go? It's supposed to be yellow or green.
Oh, well, look at there. Well, imagine
All
that
right,
it's yellow.
that's got to go down here someplace. All right. How about the green arrow? On top? Over there. And finally the red. I think red rhymes with forehead, so that sounds like the good spot for that, right? So there you have it, a traffic signal. Now, well, what's interesting here, if I reveal, is here's a real 5-section traffic signal, and look how tall it is. You guys realize when you see these on the road how big they really are? The lenses are all 12 inches, and it's actually just about, you did a good job, Andy, finding the right height person. So it's just about the exact height of Caitlin, right? So these things are everywhere, and if you can see, I have my famous person up here, there. So there's my person, and if you go to the next line, you put it up, you can assume that the height of that traffic signal on the road is about the same height as a typical person, right? And the next one, you get a nice view when you hang up there too with the other one. So. Anyways, let's have a big hand for Caitlin here for volunteering. You can keep those if you want them. All right.
Got a fun little prize for you. Thank you.
All right, Arup. So before we move on, though, this is a picture of traffic signals that I've gotten from way back. And what do you notice about those? I've circled the 2 indications. What's interesting about that? If you're going straight, what do? Stop or go? So what is the one on the left telling you? But there's a green on too, right? The one on the right's telling you stop, right? So you're going to see that we do some interesting things in transportation that sometimes becomes a little bit confusing, right? That's actually telling you to stop, even though those other signals are all for the left turn operation. All right, Andy. Now, another part of transportation, let me sneak around back here, that becomes very important is the visual element, because we deal with a lot of different colors, don't we? And what are the 2 primary colors that we always use? Red and green, right? Everything's built around reds and greens. Now, does anybody know, or does anybody know of somebody who has some color vision problems? So you do? And what is the color vision problem they have? You know what colors they have a hard time seeing? Yeah, I hear it too. Yeah, right. The most common color vision problem is reds and greens. And in fact, it affects up to about 10% of drivers in the U.S. So about 1 out of 10, mostly males, have a hard time seeing. So what does that say about transportation? Well, it says, well, we weren't very smart when we began, right? Because we picked the wrong colors perhaps to use. But how do we overcome that problem? What can we do, you think, to make people who can't see those colors a little bit more aware of the way the system is, or the indication that's on? So right, so that's the uniformity. So that's why if I have a red, red is always where? If I have one vertical like this, it's on the top. What if I turn it sideways? It's always on the left, right? But what else can I do? So here's a green. This is a green lens that goes on a typical traffic signal, all right? And we'll show you how they illuminate here in just a second. But if I can do this without blinding people, this is a very, very bright light. All right, Andy, maybe you can dim it just a little bit in here. All right, let me go ahead and shine through that, all right? So if it blinds you, close your eyes. All right, now what do you notice about that green? The pureness of the color. It's got a little blue tint to it, doesn't it? So that blue tint is very much, sorry guys, killing you guys in the front row. So that blue tint is very, very important to help those who have problems seeing green understand that color. Now how about the yellow? What do you think the yellow is going to do? It's going to have a little bit of orange, right? So I'll kind of shine it up. But it has a little bit of an orange tint, doesn't it? So all those different colors are designed to help those who have color vision and color anomalous problems. All right, you can see the red's also got a little bit of blue tint to it as well. So we use those different color schemes to make the system work better for all drivers. Now, one of the important changes that's happening in traffic signal systems is the move from the old days. And in the old days, and it's kind of hard to see for everybody in the back, but in the old days we just had just a light bulb, right? Just a light bulb underneath these lenses. But what's changing now? Hint, I got it up on the board.
Hint.
So we're using light nanotechnology type indications, right? So a little nanotechnology. So if we look inside these systems, Andy, can you come plug this one in, please? So if you look inside these type of traffic signal displays, you see a whole array of LEDs, right? Why do we want to use LEDs? So they don't burn out, right? They use less energy. And now this is going to get a little bright for you guys in the front row too. But if everybody can see that, notice that to get the illumination that we normally have, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little LEDs is all we need. So it's very efficient in terms of electricity. It's very bright. And we can also do the same thing that we did with the lenses by mixing colors. And if you go to the next slide, Arup, you can see that different types of, oops, almost knocked that over. Different types of chemicals produce different colors of light. So what LEDs are is just an electrode or a little bit of electricity flowing through a gas inside that light bulb. And depending upon what color you want to get is the type of gas you use. So this is called nanotechnology. You'll see a lot about it here